So the Torah reading for Yom Kippur Minhah is one that is mostly prohibitions. Most of these are in the category of Gilui Arayot, forbidden sexual relationships. And most of these, as we'll see, they have a very obvious element of toxicity and potential for abuse. They remind us that Judaism has guidance even for the most intimate parts of our lives. The Maftir Aliyah also contains the verse which has been understood over the centuries to be a prohibition on same-sex sexual relationships, which has caused much pain, and as I spoke about at this time last year, is something that the liberal Jewish world has reinterpreted in a variety of ways and is still doing teshuvah on. But today, I really want to draw our attention to the framing of these prohibitions. The first Aliyah warns the Israelites against copying the laws and practices of the Egyptians and the Canaanites, the peoples with whom the Israelites had lived among in the past and who are about to be their neighbors in the land of Canaan. God says, do not imitate these peoples. Instead, follow only God's laws. The Maftir Aliyah then explains that the reason God is displacing the Canaanites with the Israelites is as a punishment for the transgressions that we'll read about, including these forbidden relationships and child sacrifice. And so even though most of these transgressions have an obvious ick factor, and like child sacrifice, we can easily understand that they're wrong, God is still concerned that the Israelites are going to be tempted. There's an understanding here of the power of the desire to fit in, the power of assimilation. While the particular prohibitions here are probably not the ones that we most wrestle with, we can consider the dominant culture that we live in, right? And what aspects of it that our Jewish tradition pushes back on. So I think about, for example, the way that Shabbat helps us to resist consumerism and the omnipresence of screens, or how social media and advertising are selling us an unrealistic body and beauty standards, but our Torah teaches that we're all made in the image of God. So even as we confront a dominant culture which might not share all of our values, we can ground and root deeper in our Jewish tradition and find the values that really are true to who we are.